Hey everybody, it's Mark again, and this is a PHS movement that my friend Ron sent me home with it. It wouldn't work for him, and I took it apart while I was at his house, and I'm going to show you why it didn't work. He couldn't get it to stay in beat. Get my microscope, come on here. This is the pivot for the escapement wheel. Do you see that? It's got a groove in it, a hump. It's tapered. This is what it's supposed to look like. And so while I'm waiting on my grandfather clock pivot that I just repaired to dry, I'm going to try to fix this pivot for him. But that's the reason why it's not working. Your pivot's not supposed to look like that. If you can see, down here it's tapered. Here there's a groove. There's also another little groove, if I can hold this stupid thing still. There's also another groove up here at the top, but your pivot is supposed to be the same size all the way down, just like the opposite side here. It's the same size all the way down. And so I'm gonna try to repair this pivot for him. And like I said, this is a PHS clock. He bought it. I only have the movement. I show you in another video what the clock looks like. But here's the running rabbit for showing you that it's a PHS. The clock has got a cross on it. He really likes the clock, but it won't run with the pivot being damaged like that. So I'm going to try to repair it for him. And you want to make sure that you know which way the escapement wheel goes into the movement. That way you can know which side the pivot bushing is. That way you could see if the tilt test is going to pass. This is where the bushing would go, and that's the normal size bushing, but because it has a small bushing in it, as you can see, it doesn't pass the tilt test. Your wheel should not tilt that much. They say 5 to 10%, something like that. Well, not that much. So I'm gonna, like I said, attempt to put a different pivot in this thing. Here I have my center punch, and it wasn't near that close when I started. I had to hit it a couple of times. Now when putting a drill bit in a Jacob's chuck, you want to start with the chuck barely closed, and then open it a little bit at a time until the bit starts going in. If you open it too much, the bit, because it's a 3-jaw chuck, there it starts going in, and I can open it just a little bit more. If you open it too much, because it's a 3-jaw chuck, it will be wobbly on you. So open it just a little bit at a time until you basically force that bit in there, and then tighten it up. Now I could use this to drill that hole. And you always want to check your work before you go too far. And as you can see, it looks dead center to me. Now, if you watch Torsion Derek, he's got a YouTube channel on how to repair torsion clocks, as they're known over in England and overseas, but anniversary clocks, as they're known in the United States. He hand holds the drill bit and drills the pivot hole by hand. And I thought, man, it takes a steady hand to do that. But I thought I'd try it, and I was able to successfully drill the pivot hole on my grandfather clock. Doing it that way, and I'm not going to show y'all me drilling this hole all the way, but because I need to be able to look close and focus, and you're not going to see anyway. Now, I'm not the smartest kid on the block. There's people out there who are a lot smarter, who have a lot more experience at clock repair than I am. But I'm not stupid either. After drilling my hole, I cut what I need off the drill bit. I don't have any pivot staff. Pivots are extremely hard. The drill bit is extremely hard, and I don't see why it won't work. I have done it in the past before successfully and got it to work. And as you can see, I don't have the pivot glued down, and as I told you in a grandfather clock video that I'm not posting yet, one of my YouTube subscribers, because I suck at soldering, I've ordered some low temperature solder. That's what my friend Ron told me, his mentor, who's been repairing clocks for well over 30 years. He's in his 80s. He uses low temperature solder. I've ordered some low temperature solder. It'll be in tomorrow, but I don't have it. One of my YouTube subscribers says he never solders any of these pivots in. He uses what's called high strength thread locker. So I'm going to put some high-strength thread locker in this. I used it on my grandfather clock. I had to redo the pivot. Doing a Google search, it takes approximately 24 hours to cure. So I'm going to put this stuff in. And then I got the end of the shaft tapered, and I cleaned it up, got all the file marks off, and the end of the pivot has to be tapered also. but you can't do that until it's dry in the where it belongs. And so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put some high-strength thread locker on it and let it sit for 24 hours, and it should resolve the issue. And you know, that's what's cool about those micro lathes. And you know, if you got the right collets, I got the right collets, but I would rather use the Jacob's chuck. And that's why in my video on me modifying the watchmaker slash, and I screw this word up all the time, jeweler's lathe. I don't want to use collets. I want to use Jacob's chucks. And so I'm in the process of modifying my lathes to accept Jacob's chuck with these collets. And you can find them with different holes and stuff, but the issue is this one might work for one part of your clock. I doubt if this one will, because the hole's not big enough. But this one might work for one part of your clock, and well, it might not work for another part. So you got to take another one, and then you got to get another one, and another one, and another one. Just like with broaching, using cutting broaches to do bushings. I don't want to go from small to the next size, the next size, the next size, when that is what the Jacob's chuck is for. It takes place of every bit of these items because it closes all the way and it opens quite a ways. And so it replaces every bit of these collets, and that's what I want, is to be able to use this Jacob's chuck. And let me put this lathe back up on the table. This particular lathe, there is no hole in this piece right here to tighten up the wheel. Okay? When I put this wheel back in this collet, you can only tighten it so far, then the belt starts spinning, okay? But the wheel is still spinning. So, you know, you have to put a pair of pliers here to get this in good shape. See the pivot? See how nice and straight it is? That's perfect for this clock. It's going to be a lot better than what it had in it, all tapered and jacked up. Some people might not approve of my methods, but they work. As you can see, the PHS clock is movement is ticking away. Now, I contacted my buddy. This clock has got weights that I've never seen before. They're acorn weights, and I need him to tell me the size. Currently, I got 1,000-gram weight on this, but I'm sure it'll work with 800-gram weight or whatever. But this clock has not ran in several years. I still got to put all the other parts on and do a function test to make sure that the strike works properly. But the Loctite, high strength Loctite did work, so I thank God that I didn't have to solder it. To take the movement back apart, the clock kept stopping, Come to find out, one of the bushings was not perfectly circle. Whenever they put it in, they got squeezed, so it wasn't a circle. So I had to broach that out and fix it. This is a picture of the weight that belongs to this PHS clock. It's a really cool weight. I never seen one quite like it. What's cool about this PHS movement is the hammer strikes the other way. It strikes up versus down. This is 12:30. I'm going to turn the hands to make sure the hands is operating it. That's 1, this is 1:30, and this is 2. The puncture test passes. I told my buddy he'll have to clean up the movement, and I didn't know if he wanted me to clean up the brass, so I'm going to leave it alone and let him deal with it. But the escapement wheel pivot, as you've seen, was messed up, so I put a pivot in it and got it working, and it's ready to go back to my buddy. This is his birthday gift. It's his birthday this month on the 27th, and this is his birthday gift. I hope y'all enjoyed this video. I hope that you learned things. A lathe. Yeah, a lathe does come in handy to help you repair parts. I guess I could let you listen to the gong. This is the gong. The back door to the clock. If I can get these nails to cooperate. Got a beautiful sound to it. Again, the running rabbit is a trademark of Philip Haas and Son, or what a lot of people say, PHS. Again, I hope you enjoyed this video. Leave me some comments, subscribe to my channel, and may God bless each and every one of you.